Okay, everyone, let's welcome Austin.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Austin, and this is my career prospecting presentation. And I divide my presentation into 3 parts. The first part is I will share the result of the interviews about equity research analysts. The second one is, sorry, I made a mistake here, is for auditors in the Big Four. And in the end, I will share my thoughts about my career future. So the first profession is equity research analyst. And the interviewee highlighted is Lang Min, and he has 2 years experience in equity research, and he used to be a macro researcher, and now he's a fixed income portfolio manager. So the first question is, I want to know the difference between investment banking analyst and equity research analyst. So for investment banking analysts, they provide financial services. This is the most important part. And they also do underwriting, estimation, and they also offer equity research reports. But as for equity research analysts, you can see that they only make recommendations and offers equity research reports. So what investment banking analysts don't do is more good than equity research analysts. Question 2 is, I want to know the routine work for an equity research analyst. So according to Lang Min, he said that they have to wake up at 6 a.m. and at 7 a.m. they have to start to work at their office. During work time, they have to have meetings, chatting with their clients, like to update the latest news to them and make them relax. And the most important job work is other investment reports, and sometimes they have to attend earnings call. So at 6 p.m. they are allowed to get off work, but usually every time, whenever they cannot finish their investment reports, it is required that they have to work overtime till maybe 9 or 10 p.m. And the next day, they have to wake up at 6 a.m. to follow up the latest news. And I think it's quite tough. And moreover, this job has no endless day. It is because the uncertainty of the markets. You cannot guarantee that maybe next day or next week you will have more free time that you can use, because investment is endless. Question 3 is, what is the greatest setback you have ever encountered in equity research? And I want to learn lessons from the past, from my interviewees. So, according to Lang, he said it is the process of adapting to setbacks, because the result of the equity research analyst is the recommendation report they made and then others. So it is common that the rookie cannot make the correct predictions, and they usually make mistakes. And it is because that this field is quite small. So every time you make mistakes, especially you work for maybe 1 or 2 years, it's quite embarrassing. So it is a lot of pressure while they have to bear while they work. So the next part is for auditors in Big Four. And the interviewees I invited is Chen Mingyang and Li Shenhan. For Chen Mingyang, he has 2-year experience in accounting, and now he's a senior manager at PwC. For Li Shenhan, he just started his career at Deloitte, but he did give me some quite useful information and advice about how to prepare for the accountants and graduate schools. And question 1 is, I wonder the difference as an auditor in working in the Big Four and working in a company. So working in the Big Four means that you have to handle accounts for multiple clients, which means that there will be some solid trainings you have to undergo. And it is because that in the Big Four, you are assigned to a team, so it is required that you have to communicate with your teammates and coping with your clients. So communication skills is very important. So according to Chen Mingyang, he said it's suitable for extroverts. But working in a company means that you just have to handle accounts for your own companies. So it's more stable and comfortable, but the salary is limited, and it's suitable for introverts. The next question is the routine work of an auditor. So according to my two interviewees, they all said that they need to start to work from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. But usually they have to work overtime during busy season to maybe 11 p.m. And it's very surprising and terrifying. So what is the time period of busy season? It's from January to May, which means that the auditors and accountants have to compile. The first one is the Q4 financial statements last year, and then is the Q1 financial statements this year. And during May, they have to prepare tax returns. And for July is for Q2 financial statements, and for October it's Q3 financial statements. Yes. And the rest of the month is the off season, and they also have to do some audit works. The last question is I wonder the setbacks they have ever encountered in accounting. But to my surprise, their answers is the process of preparing for the accountants and graduate schools, which made me wonder that why there's no answer regarding to the working experience. And the reasons about Chen Mingyang, he said that it is because that you're in a team in the Big Four, so every time you encounter any setbacks and you have to work overtime till late, there must be your teammates accompanied by your side. So it's not that bad. But as preparing for the accountant or graduate school exam, according to Li Chenghan, he said that it's very lonely and frustrating, and yeah, they always have the experience of like quitting this exam because it's quite tough. So after sharing the result of the interviews, I want to share my ideas and my thinking about my career path. So because I major in accounting, and at first I think working in the Big Four as an auditor is the only way I have to pass through. But after I had a double major in economics, I think I have passion in the financial industries and investment field. So especially after these interviews, I think I have further established my ambition to be an equity research analyst. Yes. But I think though my background and experience is not that qualified, but I think I'm keeping working on it, like taking the relevant courses, reading the relevant books, and joining the class like Gongji and Zhenyan. Yes. So hope I can make it. And this is my presentation. Thank you.
Very good. Can we start with any questions, comments? Or feel free to make suggestions. Maybe we can have Andy.
I have a question regarding the mention any skills that he developed in the equity research field is transferable to his further career path in macro research and fixed income.
You mean that what skills he has established during this process?
And is transferable to investment.
It's not transferred to investment banking, I guess. He used to be a member researcher and agri research, and now he's a fixed income portfolio manager because he thinks that and this job has less work to do compared to equity research, because fixed income portfolio managers is from I forgot, it's in sales side. I forgot it because he thinks fixed income portfolio managers have less work to do compared to equity research, and that's the reason why he transferred to this field.
That's good. So any others? I have a question here. I think it sounds like you're maybe surprised by maybe the typical work hours of the professionals here. So, I mean, is this one of the considerations when you're looking for, when you're considering a position? If you know the position is what you're interested in, maybe the position is very demanding.
It's not the first. It's not the first thing that I will consider when I choose between equity research analysts and account and auditors. But because I think auditor's work is boring for me, yes. So every time I think in the future I have to work till 11 to do the audit works, that I don't want to do that. So I will think I will maybe do equity research analyst. It's more interest for me.
So you probably see yourself more maybe in equity research instead of accounting. Okay, good. So any others? Maybe one more question, comment, suggestion? Well, so I think you seem to share similar career interests with Austin. Maybe you have something you want to know. Nothing more? Okay, if not, then thank you very much.